Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ricky.
I'm Marie.
Hey, we just got finished with a closing on our first house. We're so excited. Congratulations to the buyers of that home. It was a beautiful home. We really loved it a lot. But now it's time to move to the next chapter.
Alright guys, so now it is time to finally reveal the house plans for our new home. So many of you thought that you would see them episode 1, so here it is. So freaking excited. Let's dig in. Alright, so here we have the first page of our drawings, and as you can see, they look really busy. These are the actual plans that all of our contractors, subcontractors will be using to put every little detail into the house. So I'm going to try to walk you through it very carefully to kind of help you understand them all. Alright guys, so our lot starts here and goes all the way, of course, to the back where we plan to put an in-ground pool. So freaking excited. That was on my husband's list, so I'm gonna let him have his way with the backyard. As you leave the backyard, of course, we'll have this small covered patio area. One thing that I was really adamant about is this long driveway here. As you can see, this is our garage, and as you exit the garage, the driveway will actually extend further back and it comes all the way out to the street. One of the reasons I was really adamant about having a long driveway is because I hated the fact that whenever we had gatherings in our previous home, guests would always have to park on the street. So we will easily be able to fit about 10 to 12 cars in this driveway, which is good for us. We don't have a really big family, so it's perfect. Of course, from the driveway, you'll have this long walkway that takes you to the front porch and into the house. So this is where it gets really busy. So I'm gonna try to take my time and show you guys all of the details. Alright, so here we have the front porch where you would enter through the double doors. Once you're in, you actually have two options. You can keep straight into our great family room, or you can take a left. So to start off, we'll take a left here. We have a small little hallway that leads into the guest powder room. And once you come out of the powder room, as you continue along the entryway, as you can see here, we have a room here that's labeled the sitting room. We're naming it the flex room, and I guess a more familiar term for most people will be a formal living room. This is actually where I would have most of my my fancier furniture, just for when guests who aren't really considered family come over, if we have business meetings, things like that. This is pretty much where we would take them, just to prevent people from walking all the way throughout our home. Once you come out of here, it takes you into our large family room, which is also our kitchen area, because we're again going with the open floor concept. That was one thing that we absolutely loved about our previous home. So to kind of give you some details and to kind of help navigate through all the busyness, our family room will actually have 20-foot ceilings. I'm so freaking excited about it. That was one thing that we were really adamant about. To be honest with you, our entire home was built around this family room and those windows. They were definitely showstopper, will be showstopper. So I can't wait for y'all to actually see just how much character it adds to that room in particular. Here off to the left, you see where we will actually have another fireplace. This fireplace will be really different from our previous home. If you watched the first video, you saw where it kind of had the traditional mantle and masonry. This fireplace will not have a mantle, and I'm actually taking it from floor to ceiling. So again, of course, you know, without that stoppage at the mantle, it's going to give the ceilings even more height. And as you look over to your right, this is where we get into the kitchen. This will be my kitchen island. The kitchen island is actually huge. Of course, the woman in me is so excited when it comes to cooking and just being able to prepare food, because all of my ladies out there who are wives and mothers, you know how strenuous it is trying to prepare in a kitchen where you don't have the counter space. So I was really adamant about this island. If you look closely, this island will actually be 9 feet by 5 feet, which should seat about 5 to 6 people. and will be in the center of the room. So definitely excited about that part. And if you turn behind, well, I guess in this kitchen island, I'm not sure if you can see the detail, but I will have a trash can drawer and a dishwasher. That was also important because I did not want another trash can kind of sitting in the floor, because my daughter has reached that age where she just, walks up to it and things like that. But right behind the kitchen island, you have a cooktop stove, our oven, microwave combination, and more counter space. If you come over on this side of the kitchen, we'll have our refrigerator, and of course, my favorite attribute, the wine cooler. It is so necessary these days. All right, so now that we're done with the kitchen, we can kind of come this way. So as you exit the kitchen, this little doorway, you again have two options. This leads you into what's called a mudroom. This was essential because I have two men in the house with me. So between basketball clothes, yard clothes, just bags, tennis shoes, things like that, I wanted an area where they could come into the house and drop everything without taking it into my kitchen. So this is where they would do that. They'll have designated areas with coat hooks and things like that. And as you can see, there's actually a door here that leads them from the garage directly into that mudroom. So there's nowhere that they can actually stop and toss it anywhere besides that mudroom. And as you can see over to the left, there's another door here. This actually leads into my laundry room. It was important for me to have my mudroom and my laundry room side by side, just to make it easier for me to carry over, their dirty clothes, muddy shoes, things like that. My laundry room will actually have like a broom closet, a sink, of course the washer dryer, and I also wanted to have a area to actually hang up clothes. My husband has to wear business attire every day, so of course doing laundry, pulling them out of the dryer, it just makes it easier to have somewhere to hang them versus taking them all the way across the house to our closets. Speaking of closets, let's travel back out of this laundry room and let me show you guys the most important room in the house. So if we go back through, this is the family room, and of course the entryway again. Well, there's a small hallway opening here that actually leads you to the master bedroom. Y'all, I'm so excited. This was one room that we kept the room kind of basic, but again, if you watch the last video, my husband's favorite room in the house was the master bath. So we did put a lot of thought and money into these two rooms because we worked so hard, and of course at the end of the day, I just want us to have our own home away from home, like that one room in the house where we can relax, be ourselves, not have to worry about business, kids, things like that. So our master bedroom is a pretty good size. We'll also have gallery windows in our bedroom, similar to the family room. However, these windows will not be double stacked. It'll be one row. I want to try to point something out to you guys because I know I said the plants were busy, but to give you an understanding of what we are doing in regards to a smart home, this little symbol here basically means electrical outlet. And as you can see, as we go from room to room, you can kind of look for yourselves, but we've got about 8 to 10 outlets in every room. So when building a smart house, that is very important. You have to think about now and the future, because things are always changing, things are always evolving, and the last thing that you want to do after spending so much money on building a custom home is having to pay an electrician to come back in and provide you with more outlets and resources. So we put more than enough outlets throughout this house to make sure that we had everything that we wanted or needed for at least the next 10 to 15 years. I think our bedroom alone, we've got about 8 to 10 outlets. But again, that's our master bedroom. We kept it simple. We wanted a lot of natural light, so those windows. But as you can see here, there's a doorway, and this doorway leads to where most of our money on the first floor is going. So this is our master bathroom, and just to kind of give you a size comparison of our bathroom compared to the bedroom, corner to corner, this is our bathroom compared to our bedroom. So as you can see, with it being my husband's favorite room in the house, we went large. As they say, go big or go home. So I'm really excited about this bathroom and just being able to come home and relax in a nice hot bath. As you can see here, we'll have a freestanding tub. This was on my want list. We had a jacuzzi tub in our previous home, and although it was nice to have, over the years I just kind of got tired of the bulkiness, so I wanted something a little more slim and more attractive to the eye. So I went with a freestanding soak tub. And then I'm not sure if you can really see this large block here, but this is the separating wall that leads to our shower. So you have the tub and this wall, and as you can see, we'll have 2 shower heads, his and hers. And then we plan on putting like some type of seating or bench. We'll see, further down the line exactly how the contractor can maneuver. So this wall is freestanding, and as you can see, there are no doors whatsoever. So we'll literally just be walking around into the shower. The shower itself, I believe, is about 6 feet wide with like a 3-foot opening on each side. You have his and her vanities. This is my vanity. Rick's vanity on this side with a small linen closet. And then here we will have a nice barn door that actually leads into the toilet room. This toilet room was very important to me because we just like our privacy sometimes. So we've got a small toilet room that separates everything from the rest of the bath, because again, although this is a bath, we made it extra large just so we can kind of have some unwind time and all that good stuff. All right, so as you can see in our master bath, there are 2 doorways that lead to our closets. We have his and her closets that I'm so like anxious to get to. Rick and I have been sharing a closet for like the last 5 years, so I'm pretty ecstatic about having my own space. And as you can see, we'll have built-in shelving for shoes, the built-in drawers and things like that. This one will be mine, and this is his closet here. It's not as large, but of course men don't have as many clothes and shoes, so we don't have to worry about him. He has more than enough space. All right, so that is pretty much it for the first floor. I guess 2 things that I didn't really elaborate on were the garage, but of course we will have a standard 2-car garage here. And then on the other side of the kitchen, I will have a dining area. So I will end up, purchasing a dining set. And then we will have patio doors that lead to the rear covered patio. And then, like I said, that's where all the landscaping and things fall in. But we will eventually get there, and the closer we get, the more you guys will be able to see. Okay, so before we go to the second floor, I want to kind of give you guys a look at how it transitions from the first floor up to the second. In our great room, you will have this staircase that actually leads upstairs to a balcony that overlooks the first floor, which I cannot wait to see. I know it's going to be beautiful. Again, we were going for a ton of natural light, so I just cannot wait to see how this overlooks into those large windows downstairs. I'm gonna let Rick show you guys the second floor and everything that it entails.
All right, guys. So Maurice explained the first floor to you guys. I want to talk to you about the second floor, which is my favorite floor, because this room that we call a playroom is the man cave. So as she mentioned earlier, you've got the stairs that leads you to the second floor. You've got a balcony that you can overlook the first floor on this side as well as this side. But if we come up the stairs and hang a right, you're going to see the playroom. This big room is going to be my man cave, which is probably where I will spend a whole lot of time. In addition to the man cave, there's a closet right here that we didn't really point out. That closet is going to be our smart closet. So we're going to have a home run, Ethernet throughout the house. All of our smart gadget controls will all land right here in this closet. And so I'm very excited about that. Of course, I'm a tech geek, and that's one of the things I wanted in the house, was to have a closet that had a home run, a home network, so we can go in one spot if we have any issues or if we need to add anything. All the wiring from behind the TVs, the plugs, some of the light switches, all of that stuff will be controlled from here. So if we come out of this playroom or this man cave, the first bedroom you run into is going to be my son Kobe's room, It's a pretty nice size room. Kobe is 16 now at the time of this video, so he'll be going to college pretty soon. And so we wanted to get him a room that was next to the bathroom, but he didn't, necessarily have access to get to the bathroom without going outside and going around down the hall to get to it. It's not a big deal because, like I say, he is going to college. So we do have Bailey, which is about to be a good 2-year-old. I'm not going to say a terrible 2, I'm going to say a great 2. So she'll be 2 years of age pretty soon. So her room is in the back area, which is bedroom number 2. And Bailey's room is a little different. I mean, they're set up the same, but Bailey's room has direct access to the bathroom, which means she can get out of her bed and she'll be able to go straight to the bathroom from her room without having to go back in the hallway, because she is a girl. If we have company over, we don't have to worry about her having to come out in the hall. Once she's in the bathroom, she can come out of the bathroom and go straight back in her room. Now, in Bailey's room, as well as Kobe's that I didn't mention, there is a closet. So each of them have walk-in closets, which is great. So they'll be able to walk in, put their shoes and clothes, all of that good stuff in place. So let's talk a little bit more about the smart house side of this thing. You're looking at the second floor. And as Marie mentioned earlier, you got your electrical outlets. And so what I wanted to do with this house to make sure I had the ability to scale, if I wanted to scale up, I am going to have Ethernet wiring ran throughout the house. So if you see the 60-inch TV, those are markings for electrical as well as cable. But in addition to that, we're going to be putting Ethernet plugs behind every last one of these TVs. I think there are going to be about 5 or 6 wall-mounted TVs in the house, and so every TV will have Ethernet capability. Back in my man cave area, there's a corner over here that I'm going to try to use for my office to do my YouTube videos, my editing, and any kind of technology work that I have to do will be done from this office. So of course, we'll have the proper plugs, smart plugs, all of that kind of stuff. The TV, I am going to do some accent lighting behind the televisions as well. So we'll be able to change colors on TVs using smart bulbs. Hopefully we're going with the Philips Hue, but I'm still researching on which route I want to go. Every room except for the kids' bedroom will also have smart light switches. So I could have gone the route of doing a smart bulb for this living room area, but there are so many lights in here that it would have gotten really expensive. So the smartest thing to do to be cost effective is to put smart light switches in place so we can control all of those lights. Now, we won't be able to change colors, but we will be able to control them. The lights or the pendants that actually go over the island, now they're going to have smart bulbs because, if I decide I want to have a date night with my wife at the house, we can easily turn lights off and then turn colors on the lights that are over the island. All right, guys, so let's take a look over here. What you see in front of you are called schedules. It kind of lets the subcontractors know exactly what you're getting as far as cabinetry is concerned, what kind of cabinetry to put in place, what kind of drawers that are going in the closets. It even talks about the fireplace. Marie mentioned that the fireplace will go all the way up to the ceiling. We're going to do stone veneer on the fireplace. They've got a mantle here, but I wanted to keep it modern, so we're not going to put a mantle in place. We're just going to leave that out. But we definitely will be doing the stone veneer all the way up to the ceiling. All right, so let's go to the next page. All right, I'm sure everybody can understand what this is showing. This is the front elevation of the house. So you actually get a chance to see what the house is going to look like on paper. If you notice, there are a lot of windows in the front, and our house is fully stucco. We're not going to do brick. We decided to go with a smoother look, and so we chose stucco. Now the house is going to be a white and black theme, meaning the stucco will be white on the outside, and all of the windows are going to have the black trim. So it's going to be extremely beautiful, I believe, and we're going to try to carry that theme inside and outside of the home. So this is the front elevation. You see second flooring, all of the roofing stuff. I know you guys don't really want to hear about roofing, but this is an overview of what the front elevation is like. So over here is the rear elevation. Marie mentioned the windows in the living room. Actually, this drawing is an older one, so we actually got the space between the two sets of windows reduced, so you'll only have about 6 inches between the two sets of windows. And so when you walk in the front door straight to the living room, you'll see a bunch of glass. It's going to be beautiful. I can't wait to get in there, so when I come in that front door, I get a chance to look straight out the backyard into the pool area, you know, through some very large glasses. We did the standard patio doors back here. Of course, this is windows from Bailey's room, and over here are the windows in our room. So we're going to have 3 large windows in our room as well, so we'll have a beautiful view. The purpose of this was not only to get the beautiful look that we were going for, but we were very interested in doing natural lighting, so that's why you see so many windows in this house. And so going with natural lighting, of course, is going to save on your energy bill, as well as going with smart switches and smart bulbs, all of that stuff, and putting those in an automation process that allows you to, you know, if you leave a house, you forget to cut off a light, your automation is going to automatically do it for you when you get in a certain proximity away from your house. So we're thinking about not only being smart, but we're wanting to be energy efficient as well. I did not say anything about the actual architect. His name is George Plaxco with Royal Plan Service. If you guys live in our area, he is excellent. All we did was we had an idea in mind, so we took it to Mr. Plaxco. He sat down, he got all of the ideas from us, and he actually made this happen on paper, and it was perfect. Marie had a few changes here and there, and so he was able to implement those changes with no problem at all. He was very easy to work with. He was reasonable, all of that good stuff. All right, y'all, we really appreciate you watching the episode on our building plans. So be sure to tune in for episode 3, which is going to talk about the most critical piece in building a smart home, and that is your budget. So we're going to lay it down. We'll give you some cost analysis and tell you what we did to prepare for building this smart home. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. Thank you.